So should I be getting rich marketing hidden knowledge? Hey guys, it's John out here on the back deck. I hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend. It's a Sunday here, and I am on the back deck. I've been working in my house today, working on my studio, and I jumped on YouTube just to see what was out there today, and I came across a video by Gregg Braden, and it was all about his knowledge of the Essenes. So I sat down and I watched it, and as I watched that video, the first thing that became very apparent was that he never once cited his sources. He never once said where this information came from. All he did was say he has the information. He has the secret knowledge that you want. And I started looking at him, and then I started looking at Billy Carson, and I realized that their whole channels are not based on empowering anybody. They're about empowering themselves so that you come to them for this hidden knowledge. You know, Gregg Braden, he's been in the business for a long, long time. You know, both of these gentlemen are multimillionaires many times over. If you search their net worth, you'll find it out. It's online. What's interesting about Gregg Braden and Billy Carson? Let's stay with Gregg Braden for right now. Years ago, Gregg Braden really came to fame with the Bible code and talking about how he could decipher the Bible code. Well, when people stopped believing in the Bible code or stopped putting any stock in the Bible code and realizing that it really wasn't doing anything, he kind of switched gears. Then he became the expert on the Gnostic Gospel of Thomas. And then he started saying what this is the secret knowledge that is hidden within the Gospel of Thomas. That only he knew, that only he's the only one to know. He eventually went into DNA and very scientific terms, saying this is why we are the way we are. This is the secret knowledge that I have that you need. This video on the Essenes is really interesting because for some reason over the past few years, especially after Dolores Cannon's work, people were very much trying to tie the Essenes to the great spiritual truth. And his latest video is all about his expertise on the secret knowledge that he discovered within the Essenes' work. Well, when you actually look at what he's citing as Essenes' work, it doesn't actually come from the Essenes. It's coming from channeled things he's found online or from other channelers. But it's never from ancient texts. It's never from original writings. It's never from anything from the Essenes. It's literally the idea that he has this secret knowledge, but it's not verifiable in any way, shape, or form. Same thing with Billy Carson's work. All his stuff about the Thoth, or as I prefer the Egyptian pronunciation, Tahot. When you look at the what they're doing is they've found an asset. They found an asset that they can market for money. And what's interesting about it to me is when you look at this process of this marketing the asset for money, what they're doing is they're saying, what thing can I say that I'm an expert on that I can tell people that has been kept from them or hidden from them, that I can make people so desirous of achieving or finding. Everyone's looking for a meaning in life in some form. And when someone looks at you and says, hey, I've got secret hidden knowledge, you go, oh, maybe this is the pathway to my meaning, to my purpose, to my truth. So any good business will tell you that you have to have an asset. What is an asset? An asset is something that costs you little and makes you a lot. That's what these guys are doing, is they're literally marketing their secret hidden knowledge. Now, people will say to me, John, isn't that what you're doing? Marketing your secret hidden knowledge. No, I'm not marketing my secret hidden knowledge. If I'm marketing my secret hidden knowledge, then all of these videos where I say all the powers within you and you follow your own truth, that's not secret or hidden. That's me telling you you're empowered. My videos are all about empowerment, and it's all about stepping into your power. And how do I back this up? I back it up with quotes from Buddha and Krishna and Jesus and the Bible, all these texts, I have the Gnostic texts. I back up this idea that you have all the power. And not only do you have all the power, but the power of creation is your own. And what the spiritual entrepreneurs like Gregg Braden or Billy Carson are doing is they're literally telling you they have all the power, but they can give you a little bit of it so that you can go to that next level. But why do they keep changing topics? Why do they keep changing topics? Because the asset becomes less profitable. The asset becomes less profitable. If anybody goes back and looks at the book that Holly compiled from my old blogs, you're going to find that I haven't changed my teachings in 20 years. I'm speaking the same language. I'm speaking the same truth. I'm not asking you to take my truth. I'm not telling you this is the secret hidden knowledge that's been kept from you. I'm telling you this is what I've discovered, and that you have to choose and decide whether your own truth, your own belief. But when you look at the ones who are out there who are just shifting from place to place, now this is something I run into frequently. Um, People say you're not saying anything new because there's nothing new to say. Truth is simplicity itself. Truth is Occam's razor says, given all, the simplest solution is the right one. And so when you look at it, the simplest solution is probably the right one. The simplest explanation is probably the right one. And to me, it's extremely simple. All the power is yours. All the power is in your hands. All the ability to do it. What people like Gregg Braden and Billy Carson and many others, Michael Sandler, what all they're really doing is they're marketing the secret hidden knowledge that you don't have so that they can make millions and millions of dollars. And the question is, after following them for a while, have you become more empowered or less? Has it really helped you? And have they moved on to something new to keep you engaged? Because that's what's going on. It's a classic business model. Find an asset you can sell, find an audience you can sell it to, keep selling that and upgrading the product, moving up to the next level to keep them in line, keep them in the sales cycle. It's a classic business model. Now, do I think it's disingenuous? I absolutely do. I think that when you look at what they're doing, I think they're actually doing more harm than good. Because I don't think they're telling people that they're empowered. I think they're telling people that they are. And I don't think that they're telling people um, the one truth, because spirituality is a personal journey. We each have our own. And when I look at what they're doing, I don't have a lot of respect for their work because I don't think they're being authentic or genuine. And you could start to tell, like on one of those guys I mentioned, he's got many videos now on how to work the market and how to make more money. He's actually starting to blend in his true intentions about how to make money and how to leverage your money and how to do, because his intention now is to become the expert in being a financial guy. Now, he's still talking spirituality because it makes him money, but now he's starting to bring in these ideas of how to make so much money. You got to remember, in the Bible it says the love of money is the root of many evils. I look at many channels who are marketing themselves through fear-based, you know, titles and thumbnails, and I really think it is just a pathway away from yourself. It's them drawing you to them, to listen to them as the expert, to tell you something that you should know or something that's been hidden from you or been lied to about. Or I think all of that sort of spiritual entrepreneurship ends up harming the world far more than it helps, far more than it helps. And you find very quickly when you start talking to some of these guys and women as well, that their their egos are way out of check. They've got themselves put into a position of authority or celebrity. And there is no hierarchy. We're all one. We're all equal. And as long as we're all one and we're all equal, then there can't be a hierarchy. There can't be someone who is more empowered than you. The only difference really is that they've chosen what they're doing. They've chosen to make a lot of money doing what they're doing. The other week in one of my readings, I said, until you acknowledge you're the writer of your story, you'll be a character in someone else's. Right now, many of their subscribers are characters in their story. And it's the story they're telling about how they have secret knowledge to share with you that you should have had. And I think that in the end, it's going to be very, very harmful for a lot of people. And, they may have started off with some really good intentions, but I think if they did, they've gone very far away from it now. And I think you got to come back to that space. Now, am I saying they're bad people? No, I'm saying they're businessmen. I'm saying they're people who have learned how to make money, and money is what they've decided to create. Does that mean they're evil? No, I don't think they're evil. I think their intention of what they're creating can absolutely harm someone who's not creating on their own, who's not in their own power of choice, and who's not writing their own story. And it comes down to I make videos like this not to bash them, but to empower you to realize what they're doing. Because if no one ever says this, they'll just keep doing it. Someone has to step up and say, they're just marketing secret knowledge because it makes them money. It gives them a living. They're multimillionaires. I'm nowhere close to being a multimillionaire. I don't care about being a multimillionaire. I care about having my roof over my head and my bills paid, and I care about what goes on with my son. I'm obviously eating well, all right. So it comes down to I have all I need. To me, success is marked by freedom. Free to do the things I want to do. Free to love the people I want to love. Free to live in a world without hate and anger. Free to do those things. And the only way I can be free to do those things is to be them fully myself. And that's the way I live. And that's the way I hope everyone else lives in the end. But many people are living into fear-based stuff right now. And so I want to make sure that I hopped on and had this conversation. To show you guys all the power shares. Always has been, always will be. You guys have a great day. And I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.